Hey there, magic makers. It's Deb D here for your Sunday surrender. And it's the first time I am live in the magical playground here on YouTube. So let's play with the magic of the day. And the magic of the day is all about our full moon coming up on Wednesday. Let me just readjust this here. And settle in. Are you settled in for the magic of the day? For here we are with the Oracle of the Seven Energies. And what we're going to do is look at this full moon week that's coming up. Where's the magic alignment? What's possible for us as we move towards this amazing full moon? And what opportunity is the sky giving us right now? What are we advised to tune into? So magic makers, let's look at this full moon. As we know, full moons are all about that cosmic spotlight bringing into focus an area of your life. You are going to be filling up with light just as the moon is. So what's filling up in you? Full moons are about celebration and culmination and things coming to the surface. Now let's focus in on this particular moon. This full moon coming up is a Capricorn full moon. Capricorn being earth, grounded. I like to have a plan. I want to work on achieving something. And it's in the current sun energy of Cancer. Cancer, water. How am I feeling? Cancer likes to move towards nurture, home. So all full moons are giving us this opposition. So we have Cancer and Capricorn all dancing with this full moon, which means the Cancer is bringing a whole heap of feelings. There's a lot of water in the sky. And the Capricorn is saying, can we please just ground that? Can we just come back to earth? So we have these extremes. And did I tell you yet? It's a super moon, which means the moon is closer to the earth, bringing this stronger gravitational pull. So we got a super moon with a whole heap of water and a wish to be grounded. And we ain't done yet, magic makers, for Pluto, the planet of transformation, is lined up with this full moon. And Pluto is saying, what you going to change? What's changing? Or what do you want to change? Or what really needs to change? So when I feel into this full moon, you know what I get? I get this. You know those times when you're really over yourself? You're really like, I have been around this block a few times now and I don't want to do this anymore. I'm sick of feeling this way. Or I don't need to be in relationship to this person anymore. Or this situation, it ain't serving my magic anymore. So we want some change. This is this full moon. This full moon has an intensity to it and it's going to bring to the surface what you are advised to transform in your world. So just as I'm saying that, like feel in for yourself, what in your world are you like, I'm over it? Or I've come to the end of this now. Or I'm over myself for not actually stepping up to what I know I should be doing next or what I feel called to do next. There's going to be a lot of feelings about that. And there's going to be that earthy kind of like planning kind of energy of like, I want to ground that in. So one of the lessons of this moon is don't go running off into the feeling forest. I mean, allow your feelings to guide the way, absolutely. But also, how can we ground what we're feeling so that it becomes something that has the benefit and the magic alignment of both water and earth and lead us towards the transformation. So I'm wondering for you, what's kind of percolating while I'm speaking to you about this transformation that's possible? Now let's start working here with our oracle cards as we all feel into. And know this, Magic Maker, when I do these readings, you need to anchor into your own magic. For the cards are a reflection for us of the energy. I say you need to. Let's reframe that. You're advised, you're invited to, you're welcomed to anchor into your own magic. For what that means is you are going to see the reflection that is important for you to see, for you to feel into. And it may not arrive in this moment. It may actually be something that, like, you get closer to the Wednesday and it starts to make sense, or on the other side of the full moon and it starts to make sense. Whatever the case may be, we're all going to anchor into our own magic now as we look into the oracle of the 7 energies being our 7 major chakras, all magical tools that are in you, because you are the magic. And we're just going to look into our oracle today. And I you know what I sensed? I kind of sensed there's a lot of feelings. There's a lot that is wanting to be grounded but maybe doesn't feel like it, and there's absolutely a call for transformation in this moon. So let's just shuffle into, it's Sunday, it's our Sunday surrender. The moon is full on Wednesday, which means we now have this next couple of days where the energy is going to rise and rise and rise. So let's ask first, oracle of the 7 energies, what reflection is in our highest good to see now as we make our way towards our full moon? So just breathe into that. Let's be truthful first around how you are actually feeling. How are those big feelings? Or have you locked the feelings away? Whatever your magic is, just be truthful about it. It's the best place to begin. And now asking oracle of the 7 energies, what are we advised to know as we move towards this full moon? So breathing in now with me now, Magic Makers. Let's get this card together. Oracle of the 7 energies. Which one do we want, Magic Makers? Let's just... What are we advised to know as we make our way towards our moon? Oh, in perfect harmony. Interesting. So we're moving towards the moon, because I remember I asked, what do we want to be working on now as we're moving towards the moon? And what we want to be working on now is in perfect harmony. So click into what I was saying before. There's a lot of water, there's a lot of emotions, and Capricorn is wanting us to ground that down. So what about if we find the harmony between I want to transform, I want to plan, I want to ground it down, because that's like the Pluto and the Capricorn playing there. But then there's all these feelings coming up. So how can you in the next couple of days find your magical dance with, there's a lot that I'm feeling, and I will use those feelings, work with those feelings, and ground them into a harmony that is going to serve me well as I reach this full moon. So essentially what we want to do, Magic Makers, is not kind of get caught in the of all the feelings and the things that are potentially changing. Where's the harmony? And imperfect harmony is also saying what is working, what is balanced, and what is actually feeling like it's clicking in. Because sometimes when the emotions are really big and we're wanting to transform one aspect of our life, we can lose the focus on the things that we have already transformed or the things that are working well. The full moon also gives us this opportunity around looking at what have you culminated, what can you celebrate. So in the next couple of days, even if it feels challenging, just breathe into Where is the harmony for me? Where is the harmony for me? Because transformation and Pluto magic, woo, it can feel challenging. It can feel tricky. It can be really uncomfortable. And what if you breathe into, I can do this. I'm a magic maker. I can work with this intense feeling, all of these emotions. I can find a way to ground them in. And I can feel some harmony within, and maybe some harmony in an area of your life that you're wanting transformation in. I can seek and feel into that harmony so that I reach the full moon with a sense of harmony rather than, you know. And then let's get a reflection of the opportunity available to us all under the light of this full moon. So we're now working towards Wednesday. First few days of this week, seek the harmony. I can't really sing, but anyway, I just gave it a go. So we're now underneath the light of this moon. Underneath the light of this moon, this beautiful full super moon, really inviting us towards transformation in an area of your life. And that area is going to be something around how you feel or what you do. Cancer, Capricorn. How you feeling? What are you doing? How you feeling? What are you doing? And we're underneath the full moon. And now let's feel into, take a breath with me now, magic makers, because we're getting the next card in our reading. Underneath that full moon, please show us a clear reflection. What is in the highest good? Oh, hold on, that wasn't clear. Let's start again. Taking a breath, being with. Taking a breath and being with. Underneath the light of this full moon, what is in the highest good? What is the reflection that is in the highest good for magic makers to know now? That was clear. Oh, hello. We get a powerful move. Look at that. This is why we're being called towards harmony. For if you're going to make a power move, you want to be balanced or in harmony, or like checked yourself before the big power move, right? So the power move here is our opportunity underneath the moon, because that's the question that I asked. Remembering when we're working with the cards, or maybe you're not remembering, maybe I'm telling you something you don't know. When you're working with the cards, the question is really important, because the card has its own reflection, but you want to match that reflection with what was your magical inquiry. And our magical inquiry was, what is the opportunity underneath this full moon? And the opportunity is a power move. You know what Pluto is? Pluto is power. Full moons have a power. So, you know what? This is what I invite you towards. How about if, for the next couple of days, you didn't so much think about the move, you didn't so much think about what are you going to change and transform, because you kind of already know that. It's already kind of in the vibe. But the first card that we got was that harmony, right? So what about if Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you work on, how can I find as much harmony and balance within these extremes that are happening now? Is there something you want to clean up over here, or is there something that you need to calm down over here? Because the opportunity underneath that moon is the power move. You want to be aligned in harmony before making that move. This is what I can sometimes see in the magical realm with the people that I'm working with. Hey, sometimes I do it too. Let's be real. There's the power move coming up. The energy is building, the energy is building, the energy is building, and you just so want the move. You so want to make the move and the transformation that you just kind of like slam into it, and a slam creates a crash, and then there's some debris that you've got to clean up, right? So we are being advised before the power move, How about if we find the harmony between all of this water and this earth and Pluto power transformation, supermoon energy? What about if we bring it in, find the harmony within, and then underneath that full moon, make a power move? Oh yeah, too much fun. Let's get one more card. And rather than what's beyond the moon, I'm going to ask for us all, what else do we need to know? So we already know that we're going to calm down, harmonize, and underneath that full moon on the Wednesday, that's when we're going to make some clear decisions around our power move. Now, Oracle of the Seven Energies, thank you so much for being so clear. And what else do we need to know? Moving towards a really powerful full moon. And what else for the magic makers are we advised to know? What is in the highest good for us to know as we move towards this full moon? Dun, 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 dun. Again, not so clear. This is really interesting because sometimes the cards are clear, sometimes they're jumping. Today the cards are a bit well, it could be this one or it could be that one. And that's what I think the harmony is, right? So when I've been pulling the cards, I'll get more than one split. And it's nah, I don't want more than one split. I want harmony. Interesting magic, huh? See, if you just pay attention, the magic is everywhere. And we're just going to ask for some clarity now. We're going to ask for some harmony. We're going to ask for some balance of water and earth, balance of our magic, and asking in now. What else is good for the magic makers to know? It's interesting that it's not coming quickly, but we will get there. Sometimes magic needs a little bit of patience. Just a little bit of patience. Okay, let's see. Have we got it now? Breathing in with me. What else do we need to know? This one, that was clear. Oh, divine matrix. Oh, how delicious. What else do we need to know? What else we need to know is that our power move is aligned with the divine matrix. Now, the divine matrix is you and your magic and all of the other magic playing out in the grid. So when you're working with the divine matrix, understand that you may not understand everything. You may not understand why a certain move is being asked of you now, or why something is happening in your world and you're just why is this happening? Or why is this taking so long? Or why is that lining up in that way? You can get caught in a whole heap of whys and also ground it down into, I don't need to know why. What I need to click into is, what is my part to play here? Your power move is your part to play. And when you make that move, you're going to affect the whole matrix, and other aspects are going to start to line up. The universe is going to start to shift a few things. And that's not your job. Your job is to be in harmony and to be really clear about your power move, and then watch and delight and feel into as that power move shifts the dynamic across your matrix. When you're invited into the divine matrix, which is some big energy, which is this moon, this big energy, you need to let go a little bit, because it's impossible for us earthbound humans to know all the details of the matrix. But it is very possible for us to connect into, wow, how amazing, I am in the divine matrix. I am co-creating. And my job is to be connected to my magic and make the moves I know are aligned for me, and trust that the universe is going to make all the moves that are going to help to line up this magic. The transformations that are happening now, that are possible now, are bigger than what you can already tap into. And that's delicious because it means coming down the magical pipe is more than you're already dreaming of. Yes, I say yes to that magic. Okay, magic makers, grounding into, as we move towards this full moon, how can you find as much harmony as possible underneath this full moon? What power move are you going to make? Now, a power move may be a little shift inside you, right? It may be like, I'm going to decide to not do that anymore. I'm going to decide to let that go. Or I'm going to decide to go out and do the thing I've been fearful of doing. You know what it is. Anchor into your own magic. And in amongst all of this energy, ground back into and be alive to, I am in the divine matrix of my life and all of our lives, and the universe is co-creating with me. How delightful. Wishing you so much magic for this full moon. Take care, because full moons can be quite full on. And also just inviting you into, if you still feel, I don't know if I'm in the matrix, I don't know what my power move might be. Harmony, she's telling me to find harmony. Deb D says find harmony, and that's nowhere in my world. If you're feeling like a little bit out of balance or lost or not quite sure on the power moves or even how you connect to the divine matrix, then I may just be the magical guide, playmate, and friend that's going to help you find all of that. So part of the delight I have in this life is that I help magic curious people anchor into their own magic. And one of the ways I do that is through magic map readings. It's not just a card reading, it's a 21-day activation. There's 3 steps involved. I'm with you the whole way. And it's actually lining you up with that matrix, with those power moves, and harmonizing whatever it is that you need to bring into balance. So there's just a little magical offer for you. If you are feeling a little bit not quite grounded in all of your magic right now, then maybe it's time for you, me, and a magic map reading. You can find out about it. There's a link below, or go to biglifemagic.com and there's all of the magic there that you could ever tap into. But for now, I just want to say you are the magic. It is all possible. Don't rush into your power move. Take the next couple of days to find your harmony and your balance. Emotions are high, and emotions can be amazing when we harness them, for they do actually direct us towards our magic. You are being directed towards your magic right now. So magic makers, you know what? This is so delightful. This is my very first YouTube live. I didn't even know it was going to happen, and I pushed a button and then suddenly I'm live. So, you know, this is sometimes how the magic works. Suddenly it's happening. And you know what happened? Let me tell you this, magic makers. I had decided that today was the day I was going to go live for the first time on YouTube. I declared it in the Sunday Surrender last Sunday. And then today I get to, you know, lining up the magic, and I'm a little bit like, well, maybe I could just do that next month. What about if I just, and I kind of stepped away from my magic a little bit. And I went into recording the Sunday Surrender on my phone and then uploading it into YouTube, which is what I thought I was going to do, until 1, 2, 3 times over, I went to go record the Sunday Surrender. I'm talking like minutes into speaking into the camera to then realize that nothing's being recorded. 1, 2, 3 times over. And that's when I just went, okay, magic, I am picking up what you're putting down. I said, I put out into the universe that today I would go live for the first time on YouTube. And the divine matrix, the magic, all of my helpers, and probably my own spirit did not let me get away with it. For 3 times over, it didn't work. And so here we are. at the very first Big Life Magic YouTube Live. Such fun. I invite you to stay in the magic with me. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. It delights me so much to see this community growing. And stay connected, comment, like, share, ask me questions. I really do enjoy being a magical guide and connecting with you. So thank you for, in your own way, being a part of this community and being a part of this live. We just activated some new magic together, which is the Sunday Surrender is now a live stream on YouTube. So there, I just said it. And what are you going to declare? What are you going to harmonize? For let's all, underneath this full moon, make a power move. Magic maker, you are the magic. And I'm beaming all that magic at you. Thank you for being with me for my very first live. My name is Deb D, and it is my delight to be your magical guide and to remind you that it's you, my friend. It is you that is the magic. Big love.